All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, October 27th. We got game number 3 here in the World Series to dive into. Like we always do, I'm going to dive into this game. I'll break it down. I'll give you my prediction on the side. I'll give you my prediction on the total. We'll talk about any other plays like player props that we like within the game as well. But as always, guys, make sure to keep an eye down on the pinned comment of this video. That's where you'll find all of my final plays, so I'm actually rolling with myself. If that does interest you, it's absolutely free down in the pinned comment. In terms of how we did in game number 2, just a light quarter unit play on the Dodgers money line, and they come through there. This series now at 1-1, and I would say the Dodgers probably pretty damn happy to take at least, one of those games in Toronto. But now they're back home, and they are massive, massive favorites. Before we dive into it, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Truly do appreciate all the support and all like the niche crowd that's still rocking with these MLB videos. Obviously, football and basketball are at the top of everyone's totem pole, but we still got an awesome World Series on our hands. So shout out to you if you are tuning in right now. But Dodgers, massive favorites here in this spot. Pitching matchup is Tyler Glasnow against Max Scherzer. Glasnow only has allowed 1 run in his last 3 starts. I think we should give him a lot of credit there, right? In terms of Max Scherzer, even postseason, and I would say late season and postseason included, I don't know if there's exactly a blueprint for what we're going to get out of Max Scherzer, right? Seattle game, he pitched fairly well. 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, though. Against Boston, he pitched pretty poorly, right? 10 hits through like 4 1/3 or something like, or 5 innings, maybe maximum. 10 hits, 5 earned or 4 earned, something like that. Like, he has been a little up and down. Now, this is, a big moment, right? It's a World Series. It doesn't get bigger than this. We know Max Scherzer can go Mad Max mode and just absolutely lock in. And in his last 3 starts, now you're dating back to his time with the Mets, his last 3 starts here with this Dodgers team, 0.7 ERA, averaging 5 strikeouts per game, pitching into the 6th inning. But his only start here with Toronto against LA came early August. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks again, 1 home run let up. So it's like such a mixed bag out of Max Scherzer, right? On the other side of things, I don't think it's much of a mixed bag at all in terms of how he has been pitching. You have Tyler Glasnow, who has looked really good thus far, I would say, obviously just in general, but late season and in the postseason as well. Coming off of a start against Milwaukee, 5 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned, 8 strikeouts. He did have 3 walks in that one as well. His numbers against this Toronto squad in his career, and when I say Toronto squad, I do mean the players that make up the team, okay? So if a guy was on a different team, or George Springer, Astros, all this, like, it still counts towards this. So it's the lineup, not exactly, Toronto in general. 112 plate appearances against, 29.5, that'd be a crazy strikeout rate, walk rate in the 11s, 202 average against with a WOBA against of 280. Those are some pretty good numbers. Now, like I said, Max Scherzer has some good numbers against them as well. 194 in the same sort of sample size, right? 25.3% K rate and 11% walk rate. Average against of 225, but that drops down to a 210 expected batting average against. Both these pitchers have some decent numbers against the former squad, so it comes down to realistically who I think is the better offense in this game for 2 reasons. One, if we think that this is going to be a spot in which Max Scherzer or Tyler Glasnow pitches really, really well, or say both of them try to pitch really well, the offense is going to be the team that kind of takes the one play. How do I phrase this? It's going to be the team that even in a low-scoring game makes the big hit when you need to get the hit, right? So I do look at this from an offensive perspective, and I think that there is, at least in my opinion, a clear-cut better offense here. Now, there are some go-off abilities on all sides here, but I do think the Dodgers are the better squad. So I probably look at them maybe first 5 run line, if anything. That's probably the least favorite thing that I have to talk about in this game, simply because of the odds. Like, if this was Dodgers money line, yeah, first game back, I might sit there and be like, you know what, let's run it, even with the bullpen and all that. But to me, I just at least think that there's a slightly greater chance that the Dodgers hit Scherzer than vice versa. Again, I keep telling you this. I'm the numbers and the read and the breakdowns telling me Dodgers still sneaky rooting for Toronto to be the underdog and win this thing. In terms of what we have from a total perspective, I do think that we have a good enough chance to hit the over here. The problem is that's bumped up, from 7.5 to 8.5, and that kind of just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Shout out to the intro. We say that in the intro, right? It's like 7.5, we'd been liking the over and all that, but now it's already bumped up, and it's like, okay, well, do we pay the juice and go back down to 7.5? You can get it for -138, or do we just take the new number? Because I could easily see this being a 4-3 game, which would be under no matter what, right? Or like a 6-4 game, which would be over no matter what. So I guess if you are liking runs in this game, the 8.5, 7.5 shouldn't matter, but it does kind of stink to see, right? Knowing that there's a 7.5 out there, but realistically, that consensus line, and you're getting pretty good odds on it, would be 8.5. I'm still going to lean towards the over, and the reason's going to remain. But with both of these teams, honestly, the bullpens, odds are not going to be as good as the starters. At times, the bullpens have looked really good in the postseason for both these squads, but I still do think that their starting pitching is better than the bullpens, and then certainly the bats in each lineup are better than both of the bullpens as well. So even if this is, heading into the 6th inning and it's like 3-1, you're like, wow, this is an under game all day long, I don't think you're down and ever out. You might be down, but you might not be out with these two. So I do like the idea of an over here. Guys, before we do talk about a couple player props, I want to talk to you about Sleeper. They have a couple great deals going on right now. 0.5 in terms of a mystery square. You'll get either a baseball player with like one at bat or most likely a Monday Night Football square tonight. Something that is going to cash, right? Now, the cooler thing is that if you sign up today, you get a free $20 entry. You don't even need to deposit. This is not a deposit match, which they also are offering as well. So I guess there's three reasons to sign up. But $20 free if you sign up today. You don't even need to deposit. Go over there, click the link in the description. I'll also put it in the pinned comment for your convenience. You head over, sign up for Sleeper, and boom, free $20 deposit. I would recommend you do deposit because obviously this is a really fun app. I've been working with them and playing on Sleeper for years and years and years. But if you want to just go over there, sign up, and get that free $20, and yeah, you don't even need a deposit. It's kind of a no-brainer, at least to help you test out if you like Sleeper or not, and you will like it. They run so many damn discounts and promos and everything like that. It's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and dive into a player prop that I'm liking. So, first off, I don't mind the idea of Bo Bichette here in some sort of a hit parlay, whether it's with, George Springer or even maybe, Bo and Vladdy, or somewhat of the trifecta, right? Vladimir Guerrero's just been absolutely raking this postseason. That's why I like him. But both Bo Bichette and George Springer, I like the matchups today. So you could see Bo Bichette just coming back. He does have that hit in, in game number 1, right? Now he's playing again. But this is what I like to see. I mean, not exactly his matchup versus Glasnow, but who has good numbers against Glasnow? He's batting .312 against righties. Batting average of balls in play goes up to .355. Batting average of balls in play against Glasnow, against righties, goes up slightly. And ready? Fastball, slider, the two main pitches here, right? 368 WOBA against the fastball, 374 WOBA against the slider. Now, the curveball was my concern, but if you hang anything, now he doesn't have, the curve, is still 360 WOBA, really good, but that is where things get red compared to his, averages. If you hang anything, looks like Bo Bichette can definitely, hit that curveball. Now, it's Glasnow looking like he exclusively throws that down and out to right-handed bats, but still, if you hang it, and he misses his spot, I like Bo Bichette to be able to go and do that. So I like him. Maybe hits, runs, and RBIs if you get the plus money for it. But I'm thinking that he could be some sort of a parlay piece, right? And by the way, guys, we are on Outlier. If you like the look of this tool that I'm using right here, it is one of my favorite player prop research tools out there. Go ahead and check it out. Again, Springer and Vladimir Guerrero would be the other one. So Bo Bichette to me is somewhat of the riskier play because obviously he's just coming back and everything like that. But, Springer and Vladdy could also be in a hit parlay. Some sort of a, like I said, there's three heads of this dragon you could pick to put them all together for all I care. You know what I mean? I'm not pressing the plays bet button for you guys. But he's been obviously going off in the series. 2 games, 3 hits. He's batting .500 against Glasnow. I asked earlier who has a good average against him. Him. Against righties, .327 average, batting average of balls in play, hard hit balls, everything goes up. Glasnow is a righty. You look at the fastball, right? Okay, well, strikes out less. WOBA goes up to .450. The slider gets a little dicey. The curve, though, he's not striking out against. And if you look at those 2 pitches on the heat map, George Springer will hit the slider, right? Is he getting it in play and stuff like that? No, but if you do put it over the plate, again, he hits it, and he's batting .296 this year when sliders are down and out. And look at this. That's where Glasnow likes to throw. Now, we already know he likes to throw the curveball there too. No, not the same story, but kind of the same story as Bo Bichette. You hang it over the plate, he's got a chance to hit it. So I do like the idea of this. Obviously, Vladdy Jr. kind of in the same ballpark there. Now, two spots that I also considered, and this would be from a pitcher standpoint for both of them, would be their walks. Glasnow, 3 walks in his last 2 starts here, right, postseason. And obviously, I mentioned how he has an 11.3% walk rate against his Baltimore squad. Look at the last couple times he played them. 3 walks and 4 walks. Using our dashboard here, you could see that this is a Toronto team that isn't exactly, walking a ton, but at home, yeah, not exactly the best walk rate there. Against righty bats, a 13.1% walk rate. All the good bats in this lineup are righty. So I really do think Glasnow could walk 2 guys today, and you're getting minus 105 odds. Now flip it over. I like the exact same thing here for the other pitcher. 1.5 for plus 125. Last time he played them, he had 3 walks, and using our dashboard, you could see another team that doesn't exactly walk all that much. It's like all green, and then they don't force all that many walks, but on the road, his walk rate goes up to 10%. Stays pretty good everywhere else, but on the road up to 10%. For plus 125, we might just be rolling with the walks today. Who knows? But guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's show. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.